Do you know there is a company out there who will pay you up to $30 an hour just to test a website? And when I say test a website, I literally mean just going to this website, looking around, and giving feedback that they're asking for. All right, well, if that sounds good to you, stick with us. We're gonna dive right in. So when I first heard about this, it sounded a little bit too good to be true. So I got my senior editor, Lauren, to go through the entire process. I had her record a screencast of this entire process and how it works. And so you can basically look over her shoulder as she's going through this. And we'll have a link down below if you want to try them out, but let's just dive in.
Hey everyone, it's Lauren, the senior editor over at SeedTime, and I am going to talk about user testing on this video and show you how to get signed up and how it works and how you can make a little bit of extra money each month if this is something that interests you. So the website is usertesting.com, and they are essentially a place where you can go as a tester. You can go and just review websites from large companies that are just looking to get some feedback from some of their customers and people who visit their website, just to learn about the usability and things like that. So you take a test. They take anywhere. I've only done a couple tests, but one of them was a quick 5-minute one. Another one was like 15 to 20 minutes. So they vary, I would say, from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, and you get paid $10 a test. I think the 5-minute one it was an odd situation, so I got paid $3 for doing that one. But they tell you all that up front. So to sign up, we are just going to put our email address in here and click read the terms of use and click sign me up. And they are going to send us an email. So I am going to go over to my email address and pull that email out. Okay, so I came over to my email and you'll see this user testing support email. So they are just asking that we confirm our email address and then we can start our sample test. You'll have to download some software that will walk you through the test and record your sessions and upload it to their servers. So you'll walk through this process to download the screen recorder and go ahead and continue. Okay, so we have the screen recorder downloaded, so I'm just going to hit continue. And now they say that you're ready to record your first sample video. So I'm not going to walk through all of these steps in terms of watching a sample video. You can do all of that when you are like if you go through this process to become a tester yourself. But I just want to show you what the process will be like when you actually receive an email and actually take a test. This is essentially what the email will look like. It's going to come from user testing support. It'll say new website test from user testing, and it'll just give you a little bit of information if they know the scenario, requirements, things like that. So I typically just click here and log in and look to see what test is available. So this is where you'll be taken every time you come in. So you have a dashboard and it shows you tests that are available, completed tests, a little bit about your profile, message center, and a success center. So on the available test, they all tell you what device you need. Some of them you can just do on your iPhone, which is nice. When they were posted, the test number, a little bit about them, and then a lot of times you have to do a screener test to maybe answer a few questions before you necessarily qualify to take the test. So we're just going to walk through one of these and you'll see how the process works. So we have passed the screener test, so we got to this success page. So we're going to click to view the test and to start that process. So it gives you a scenario, a mindset that they want you to get into for the test. And you want to read this, just make sure you get this in your head, an idea of what mindset you're going to be in for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Then you hit accept test, and this is where it gives you all the steps for making sure you're recording. You want to make sure your microphone is plugged in. You're going to start the screen recorder. Get through all those prompts. And then this will pop up and you need to read this. make sure your microphone is selected for whatever output you are using. And then I'm going to say, I'm ready to think out loud. Yes. And then it's going to bring me into the test. So all of your tasks are going to be brought up this way. So it's going to be a pop-up that comes up and it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So I am just going to walk through this test. So the biggest thing that they are looking for when you are taking these tests are that you keep talking. They want to hear all of your thoughts out loud versus you thinking about things and not verbalizing them, because that is the most helpful for the company, the client who has paid UserTesting to get feedback on whatever they're looking for feedback on. So that is in the feedback that I've gotten from the couple of tests that I've taken. That's the biggest thing. You have to take your time. You don't want to seem like you're rushed through anything, and you want to keep talking the entire time so that they know all of your thoughts. So now you are just going to see me walk through this test. So you hit the start button and it gives you a countdown for your screen recording for when that's going to start. And then it's just going to give you all of your steps in the upper right hand corner. So you'll see that this test, it had actually 14 steps with it. It went very quickly. I was able to get it done in about I think 15 minutes or so. So I'm literally just reading the steps and taking the action. So they're asking me to register using an access code. They gave me the access code to put in. So I'm following the directions word for word. And the entire time I'm talking out loud. So I'm reading the question out loud. I am talking through my thought process with, can I find where I input the access code? Can I find my email, where I input my email address? Anything to let them see how the user experiences what they're asking you to do. So I'm just following through all of these steps and setting up an account, which is the first task that they are asking me to do. So now you can see I'm on the second test and they are just asking what my impressions are of the page. So I am just giving them my feedback on what I think about the page, what is confusing to me, and what I like, what I don't like, things like that. And just answering that question, and then I will go on to the next question. And I do this for all of the steps all the way through. And a couple of the steps end up being just text answers. So it's just a question that they ask and I just type in some feedback. And again, thoroughness is what they're looking for. They want someone who is going to give them more than a one-word answer. Give them a little bit of meat so that they can take the feedback and implement it into their site. Okay, so I'm on the final question now. So they're just asking me, if there's anything final that I want to say, and then telling me to sign out of the website. So I am walking through that process, signing out of the website, doing the last task, and speaking my thoughts the entire time so that they know exactly what I'm thinking, what issues I'm running into, what's confusing, what's not. When I click the done button, I've finished it and it'll stop recording, and then it's just going to ask me some questions. So I'm just going to give my feedback here and tell them what worked for me, what didn't work, answer all their questions as thoroughly as possible. And then that's the end of the test. Okay, so this is the page that you'll get when you're done. As you saw through it, they clearly give you the tasks that they want you to complete. They ask you the questions that they want you to answer, and you walk through, you answer a couple questions at the end of it, and then it uploads for you. This upload process does take a couple minutes because it goes to their server. So you just wait until that is uploaded, and then it'll be safe to close the window. And then that is the end of the actual testing, taking the actual test. So I think that took me probably 15 minutes from start to finish, which isn't bad at all. Okay, so then the window will change to, it's now safe to close this window, so I'm just going to close it. I'm also going to close all these other things that I opened for that. And you can just come over to your completed tests and you will see that the test that you've taken and the payment status pending. So I think it takes, I don't know, maybe a week or so for the payment to come through, and they give you a rating and then they give you feedback. So you'll notice this first one was technically the second test, the first paid test that I took, and I did not get paid based on feedback that they gave me, which was, I rushed through it, I didn't answer all the questions, things like that. So that definitely gave me a glimpse into what exactly they're looking for and how seriously they take it. They have companies that are paying them to make sure they get good feedback on the exact questions that they're looking for. So that is user testing in a nutshell. Hopefully this helps you and you are able to make a little bit of extra money with it.
All right, I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, I would love it if you could give us a thumbs up down below. And on this channel, we provide practical tips and strategies to help you put more money in your pocket, and then we also discuss timeless biblical principles on how to actually manage that money. So if that's something that resonates with you, definitely hit that subscribe button down below so you can hear from us as we create new content. And that's all we have for now, so have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.